Yeah, I mean, one thing I love about Moasure is that, I keep it in my truck all the time, put my iPhone on it straight away, whip out the little stick, and then just it's super easy. The user interface is great.
I think the ability to kind of just continuously walk with it, I'm not having to kind of reset a tape measure or anything. I can kind of just go all the way around the whole shape and it's going to measure every little bend and twist in it.
It's super easy to use. You're ready to go. Y'all literally send like an 8-minute video before the product arrives. Watch the video, it's done, you're trained.
Now that we're using Moasure, we've got all of our sales staff that are able to pre-measure the areas that we're going to put playgrounds into, and they can come back to that, give it to the designers, and I would say from first measuring to having a design, we've cut that down to the same day versus maybe weeks.
And it's quick, right? It talks to your phone, it keeps records of everything. You can email immediately, so I can be in the field and email back to our design team something that they can get working on right away.
The accuracy of the measurement is so good that we don't have to bust out concrete anymore if it's messed up. So it's a money saver by huge terms.
I save quite a bit of time not having to get out the old tape measure and draw, and accuracy, which is vital in our role for the safety of these playgrounds that we help build.
It's super easy. The user interface is great. The battery life is really good, and it tells you what you're doing wrong and ways to make it better.
So it gives us that elevation information, which is so desperately important.
It makes it so much easier, so much more accurate. It's really just such a innovative and great piece of equipment.
Oh, it's definitely the best tool if you're going to have to measure areas and want everything accurate.
I think one of the biggest benefits is time.
Saves so much more time.
It makes it a lot more exact, precise, and lays it out perfect.
I came in at Moasure. I have the stick as well. I basically ran circles around these guys with it, and as far as like a company image, I felt super professional.
I can't even begin to tell you how amazing and transformational Moasure's been to our company. All of our sales reps use them. We could go roll up on a site by ourselves, and no matter what curvature, no matter what elevation, we're able to take a measurement within 10, maybe even 10 minutes, depending on the size of the site. Something that would have maybe taken us an hour before, with an intricacy, we're able to knock it out. Not only that, but it gives us a CAD file that we're able to share with our design team. So it is a seamless integration for us, really exponentially making the design process better for all of us.
It really makes measuring the site a very quick and easy process.
It took us over 6 hours to do it the old-fashioned way because it had to be very precise because they were doing poured-in-place rubber. And then with Moasure, it took me 15 minutes.
I'm in and out 5 minutes. They're staying like the next 2 hours trying to get all these measurements by hand. It really speeds up the time.
I started using this device probably 5-6 years ago, and it's the best tool to measure odd areas for playground installs. Our CAD people love it. I turn it into the CAD group. They give me a playground that fits in the area, and we've never had an issue.
With sites that are irregular, it's made it more efficient and more accurate, and I'm able to not only use the PDFs, but share the DWG file with our designers.
Accurate measurements that we have, and we're able to upload those and get those over to our design team while we're actually still on site.
It is extremely accurate. I've actually compared it to, Google Earth, all the little tips and tricks I can think of. It is spot on.
It gives you more exact measurements. What I do is I create a file, I send it into my playground company, and then they create a CAD file out of that, and then I just drop my equipment in there.
I would say being able to export it and have our playground designers be able to place stuff into it. That way you can actually see what the area that was on the site looks like in person and what your playground equipment's going to look like.
Honestly, it impresses clients whenever you pull it out.
The best thing is it will never let you lose money.
Really great tool, and I've got about half a dozen myself. All my sales staff has them. There's a reason we have it all over our company here in Ontario, and we're never going back.
And I think even more importantly, they're innovative. So just because that platform is what it is today, it's constantly improving all the time.
If you don't think it's real, you need to try it.
I was skeptical to begin with, watched lots of YouTube on it, and it actually lives up to what it says it's going to do. I'm looking at buying more of them for my guys to do estimating and things like that.
I'd say for the money that you're paying for it, try it. I mean, I'm sure you have a take back policy to some degree, right? Go out and get out there and try it because you're going to find it changes your world. It literally changes your world.
Don't get lapped by your competition that's using it, otherwise you're going to be well behind them.
Try it. I was skeptical in the beginning too. Now everybody in my company has one. We love them.
I say just try it.
It works. The technology works.
Like, you really have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I mean, it's worth a shot for how much it costs. I mean,
It's not a big commitment price point wise to commit. It saves so much time in my line of work, so jump on board. It is all that it says it is.
All I have to say is that a mistake can cost you a lot of money, and if you take a look at the price point of the project versus a mistake in the field, it'll pay for itself in about one project that could go wrong on you.
I've had no issues over the last 2 years using it with accuracy.
Once I got mine and I loved it, I told my brother-in-law about it.
It is an absolutely amazing device. Like I said, our whole team uses it. We've been using it over a year now. Not only is the device wonderful, but the customer service is hands down amazing.
And literally within the last 10 days, one of the guys I work with, who has been 24 years in construction, said this is the single best tool he's ever used in his line of work.